If you've ever gotten lost in the hypnotic swirling of a washing machine or the mesmerizing spectacle of a master craftsman at work, you'll know how satisfying these things can be. But some machines and inventors work with such precision and mastery that it's almost impossible to turn away. Get ready for a feast for your eyes as we explore some of the most satisfying inventions you'll struggle to stop watching. One of mankind's most satisfying triumphs, vacuum forming, involves heating plastic sheets to fit tightly around an object. Companies like Formic vacuum form a variety of products, from fashion items to steering wheels. Whatever the product, the manufacture process is certainly something to behold. As an example of what can now be achieved with 3D printing, it doesn't get much better than an entire house. Icon built a proof-of-concept house in just 24 hours using the technology, which adapts the basic 3D printer recipe, replacing plastic with concrete. Best of all, these 3D printed homes only cost around $4,000. The firm aims to use their incredible tech to help solve housing problems both in the USA and internationally. Satisfying and considerate. What more could you want? Here's a toilet aquarium. Despite appearances, the fish and flush aquarium toilet tank doesn't harm the sea life inside. An aquarium is wrapped around a clear inner tank where flushing occurs. It looks great in the dark thanks to its LED lighting, but best to leave the lights on when you use it. Either way, after witnessing you use this thing, your goldfish will feel lucky to have such short memories. Take a look at this ocean trash can called the Sea Bin. It catches and filters trash, including microplastics from the ocean. Using simple filters and an automatic sucking function, these little guys are cleaning up the seas, one plastic bag at a time. This robotic arm from Franca Amica is easy to program and incredibly precise, making it an extremely useful tool for smaller manufacturing businesses, or for the lazy man looking to invest in a very sleek $11,000 shoe tire. Sick of cycling on solid ground? You need the shuttle bike. This innovative idea uses simple, sturdy inflatables and a rudder, and can be attached to any bike with under 10 minutes of prep. NASA's experimental hollow nickel titanium alloy tires form themselves around obstacles before reverting to their original shape. Perfect for comfortable planetary exploration, no need for inflation. These industrial-sized hand mowers may look like medieval torture devices, but they're actually very innovative. Brylemeyer designed them for easy use on difficult landscapes, even steep hills, and all models can be operated by a single person. The Elios drone, developed by Flyability, is designed to carry out industrial inspections while keeping staff safe. The drone's frame protects it while also preventing its blades from giving workers unwanted haircuts and amputations. This machine comes alive at the touch of a button and folds t-shirts to perfection. Another much-hated job, thankfully taken by a robot, or a threat to retail workers everywhere. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. This computer-controlled milling machine carves intricate, flawless designs from metal. Its manufacturing capabilities are immense, but most importantly, watching it work is incredibly satisfying. I'm telling you, the real Eiffel Tower would be so much better if it was accompanied by a video like this. This piece of equipment is essentially a plow for the farmer with an eye for aesthetics. It packs earth into log, wall-like strips, ready to be seeded later. Best of all, when they're finished, they look like giant Kit Kats. Probably don't taste as good though. Here's one for the mad scientist in us all. Using little more than baking soda, water, nails, and an electric current, Lichtenberg devices etch incredible fractal patterns into wood. It's truly mesmerizing to watch the current attempt to find the path of least resistance, but the process can be extremely dangerous, so don't try this one at home. The satisfaction of watching machines that create is only paralleled by the incredible power of machines that destroy. Like this machine that can eat through a thick tree like butter. or this almighty devourer of bushes and shrubbery. And for sheer power, nothing compares to these amazing car crushers. Do not stick any of your appendages in there. Ever wondered how snug-fitting packaging gets made? Me neither, but I'm certainly glad I found out. This foam cutting machine gently glides through foam, snapping the finished pieces out like magic. This woodworking robot uses various drill bits and blades to carry out incredibly intricate whittling. With ultimate efficiency, each piece is carved out layer by layer, with gradually increasing definition. When it's finally done, the machine's work's good enough for an art gallery, although the process is arguably even better than the final product. It might look like a bunch of polite commuters weaving past each other saying, "Sorry, oops, excuse me, pardon me," but this is actually a hose weaving machine. The complexity of so many moving parts working flawlessly is totally hypnotic, like a barn dance for robots. Amazingly, this mind-bending decorative cube is fashioned from a single bike chain, simply cut and re-welded. They can even be made at home, if you have welding tools lying around, that is. Silicone might not be edible, but its coloring process certainly delivers the eye candy. After dye is added, silicone is pressed and rolled repeatedly, getting shinier and darker before being cut and rolled yet again. Sure, it's repetitive, but when something's this good, the more repeats, the better. This machine paints mugs using a method that'll make you nervous at first, but when you realize not a single drop leaks inside, you appreciate the impressive precision of the machine and can relax. This one is a little creepy. These rather brutal seeming sewing machines insert the hair, which is actually plastic thread, through the dolls' heads in neat rows. You probably never wondered how it was done, but now you know. This is the kind of knowledge you regret learning when you're laying awake at 3 in the morning. Sure, it may have the processing power of a potato, but this laptop from 1995 redeems itself with a nifty keyboard closing mechanism. Frankly, it's a miracle those moving parts haven't snapped by now. My laptop seemed to break from as little as pressing the spacebar too enthusiastically. This machine pushes fresh bread dough through a faceplate and into tubes, which through a seriously clever mechanical dance simultaneously plate the dough. I absolutely loaf it. This tractor-pulled piece of terrifying equipment, known as the verti-drain, is designed to drain turf pitches and golf courses by poking small, even holes into the ground. It looks more like something a Bond villain would send towards 007, and with those sharp pokers, I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility. This machine paints the dots on dice in an unexpectedly clever way. While its route seems random, it actually uses AI to plan the most efficiently optimized path. It even identifies how many dimples are on each die side before it paints. This machine's really on a roll. This nifty nano-casual paste sticker pad is reusable, environmentally friendly, and doesn't deform when subjected to heat. It's strong too, and can hold small ornaments, tablets, or a phone in place on a huge range of surfaces for an indefinite amount of time. Although you may need to rethink if you're planning to use it to become Spider-Man, unless, you weigh as much as an iPad. A camera for blind people sounds impossible, right? Amazingly, it isn't. Helping people with serious sight issues capture and save memories, Blind Touch uses a camera alongside an adaptive textured platform and ingenious software to create 3D images that can be felt. Truly a visionary product. These incredible tables are crafted by using epoxy resin to fill cracks in the wood. These ones even have LEDs and motion sensors built in, making them the perfect way to tell a loved one they really light up a room. Resin can be used to make all sorts of other wondrous objects, from furniture and homeware to jewelry and sculptures. Resin can be cast around objects, mixed with dye, and most impressively, turned to make incredible cylindrical scenes. The Wide Path Camper is a tiny, collapsible mobile home, small enough to be towed by a bike. It comes with a 2-person dining table and a bed, all of which folds in half and can be unfolded in mere minutes. Usually the last thing you want your home to be is collapsible, but the Wide Path Camper changes things up.